about to tell you is real. A different type of spooky tale, but scary and unbelievable. It happened in my home country, El Salvador, in my own neighborhood, before President Nayib Bukele changed the course of the country. El Salvador was known as one of the most dangerous places in the world. Entire communities live under the control of gangs, groups that rule through fear, violence, and beliefs that many describe as dark and full of witchcraft. This is one of those stories. I grew up in a small town just outside of San Salvador. Everyone knew each other, and everyone knew Davidito. Davidito was born with Down syndrome, but if you ask anyone who knew him, that's not what defined him. He was pure joy. He had the kind of heart that made people smile instantly. Even as we grew older and life moved on, he stayed the same, pure, kind, and full of light. Every time I visited El Salvador, he would come find me, holding flowers he had just pulled from the ground, roots and all. That was his way of saying, "I'm happy you came to visit." He was a grown man, but with the innocence of a child, and everyone loved him. Every Christmas, our town celebrates with a tradition called El Torito Pinto dance. Dancers dressed in masks and colorful costumes. They will go from neighborhood to neighborhood, performing in the streets while people gather, laugh, and gave donations to keep the tradition alive. That day, Davidito watched them when they came to our neighborhood. He enjoyed the dance. He laughed, he followed, he clapped along. And when the dancers moved on to the next neighborhood, he followed them. But Davidito didn't understand. He didn't understand that he had just crossed an invisible line, a line that at the time could cost your life. You see, back then, neighborhoods were controlled by different gangs. Crossing into the wrong area, even by accident, was seen as a threat. And Davidito didn't know that. When he entered the next neighborhood, he was stopped. They asked him where he was from, and in his innocence, he told them the truth. That was enough. Davidito never came home that night. Days passed. The entire community searched for him. Neighborhoods, families, everyone came together, hoping to find him alive. But instead, they find him in an isolated area, gone. His life taken in a way that reflected the cruelty of those times. The details were painful. What was left behind suggested not just violence, but messages meant to instill fear. That was the reality of El Salvador back then, a reality where even the most innocent soul wasn't safe. Today, things have changed. The country is no longer what it used to be, and stories like this are no longer the norm. But Davidito is someone I will never forget. Because in a world that could be so dark, he was nothing but light. And that it's what makes this story so haunting. Rest in peace, Davidito.